YouTube, my name is Mesa Sean, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Alright folks, I was wrong. The This Week at Bungie was enormous, and we learned all about the things going away and the things that are staying, but more importantly, some clarifications from the developers after the TWAB went live. So, without further ado, let's just get right into it, guys. If you enjoy the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and if you want to really help the channel out, become a channel member, join the Destiny 2 Mesa Army community over on Discord, and also the channel members have a clan set up there for you guys, PC, Xbox, or PlayStation 4. Alright folks, let's get into it. So when Beyond Light comes out and Season 12, November 10th, we are losing a lot of destinations, a lot of activities, PvE and PvP from those destinations, and then also exotic quests, but they are going someplace which we will talk about in this video. So Bungie is introducing the DCV, the Destiny Content Vault, which I'm sure you're familiar with. If not, it's basically a vault where old content is going, new content will be in the game, and I'm sure down the road as Destiny goes through its trilogy or saga, so to speak, over the next few years, they'll maybe bring some stuff back, but we don't know at this point. But we're going to talk about what's going away and what's staying in this video. So first off, they say, since announcing the DCV, we know there have been a lot of questions about what's going away and how game systems will evolve to reflect the more dynamic nature of Destiny's 2 future. They continue with, most questions are answered by this rule of thumb. Well, when a destination goes into the DCV, so do its PvE activities and associated rewards. But there are some edge cases, and we want to be crystal clear with players about the details of what's staying and what's going, so there's no confusion and everyone can prepare. Today we're going to explore what Destiny 2 will look like on November 10th. Then we're going to spend some time helping you plan your gameplay to finish up your quests, earn your triumphs, and complete your collections before November 10th. So let's start off with the core activities like strikes, Crucible, Gambit, raids, and also dungeons. And you sound off in the comment section, which strikes are you going to miss? So, on the chopping block, what are we losing? Over on Io, we're going to lose the Pyramidion. I'm going to miss you. The Festering Core, I like you as a strike. I don't like you as a Nightfall, though. Savathun's Song, yes, I'm going to miss that. Strange Terrain, I like that strike. Will of a Thousands, that can go the way of the dodo. Over on Mercury, we're losing Tree of Probabilities and a Garden World, and I am totally fine with that. I don't like those strikes. Looks like on Europa, we're only getting one strike this coming Season 12, and with the DLC, which is kind of a buzzkill. However, we are getting the Devil's Lair and the Fallen Saber strike out of the vault, and that's going to be in Year 4 at some point, and those are strikes from Destiny 1. What else is staying? Well, we've got the Arms Dealer, Lake of Shadows. Yes, I like Lake of Shadows, and I like the Arms Dealer. Inverted Spire, Exodus Crash. I don't like Exodus Crash. Inside Terminus, I like you. Warden of Nothing, Hollowed Lair, Broodhold. I like all of them. Broodhold can be annoying sometimes. The Corrupted, Corrupted's okay, except for when it's a Nightfall. Can be a little bit annoying. The Scarlet Keep over on the Moon, I like the strike. It's just a little long. The Will of Crota from the Cosmodrome. So, I guess technically 2 strikes. Well, one brand new one on Europa, and the Cosmodrome Will of Crota, that will be available. That's with Omnigul, if you're not familiar with the Will of Crota, from Destiny 1. That'll be available on November 10th. As we go through things, I'll give you a little bit of a teaser. There's a number of catalysts that will be vaulted, and you need to get them done before November 10th. So take advantage of that Castellum or the Whisper of the Worm quest mission if you choose to do so. Whisper of the Worm mission is getting vaulted as well. So, alright, let's talk about Gambit and Gambit Prime. Or I should call them, well, Gambit 3.0. So they say here, as a reminder, Gambit and Gambit Prime will be merging into a single experience when Year 4 kicks off on November 10th. A new version of Gambit will be similar to Gambit Prime as a single round face-off with tweaked blockers, heavy moat drain, and some changes to the primeval fight. We will give more details on these updates before the revamped mode goes live next season. Unlike strikes and other PvE content, the Year 4 Gambit playlist map selection is the best of list and is the one of those edge cases we mentioned above. We felt it was important to keep the select Gambit maps in rotation for the best competitive play, regardless of their destination's fictional state. And I'm sad that Cathedral of Scars and Kel's Grave are leaving because I normally play Gambit Prime and those never come up. And I love Gambit. You let me know in the comment section. Do you love it or you hate it? I love it. Anyway, Emerald Coast is staying. We've got Legion's Folly, Deep Six, and we have New Arcadia. Also, they want you to know that as we perform maintenance on the activity, Gambit Prime armor perks will be depreciated. We are exploring ways to rebalance and reintroduce some of these perks as armor mods in the future. Alongside these changes, we'll be rotating some maps into the Destiny content vault while retaining popular arenas for the mode. Now let's talk about the Crucible. We're losing some maps and also some game modes. And guess what's coming back? Is Rift coming back? No, it's not. I was really hoping Rift was coming back, but Supremacy is going away. I'm a little sad about that. All right, let's move into the Crucible. So, what is leaving? Meltdown, Solitude, Retribution, the Citadel, Emperor's Respite, Equinox, Eternity, Firebase Echo, Gambler's Ruin, Legion's Gulch, and Vostok. The maps that are staying from Destiny 1, Bannerfall, Exodus Blue, Rusted Lands, Twilight Gap, and Altar Flame, The Anomaly, The Burnout, Cauldron, Convergence, The Dead Cliffs, Distant Shore, Endless Vale, The Fortress, Fragment, Javelin 4, Midtown, Pacifica, Radiant Cliffs, Widow's Court, and Wormhaven. Now, they also say, well, they're removing game modes because, well, what it's going to do is increase the matchmaking pools for the remaining playlists and make it easier to find matches with better connections. And they say we'll have a full preview of the Crucible changes later in the season. But here's a preview of the modes that will be active and, well, that are going into the Destiny content vault. So what's going away is Supremacy. I like Supremacy. Do you guys like it? I do. Countdown, Lockdown, Breakthrough, Doubles, Momentum Control, and Scorched Earth. However, they do say, expect Momentum Control and Scorched to return from the DCV at some time during Year 4. But Rumble is staying, Clash is staying, Control, Iron Banner Control, Elimination, Trials of Osiris, Showdown, Survival, and also Mayhem Clash. Well, at least Mayhem Clash is staying. Okay, let's talk about raids and dungeons here. So, they say, no dungeons will be rotating into the Destiny content vault this November, as all dungeon hosting destinations will remain active in the game during Year 4. Note that the Prophecy dungeon will become temporarily unavailable for a brief period to allow our team to make the necessary technical update. Expect details on a later date. So we're going to have the Shattered Throne over on the Dreaming City, the Pit over on the Moon, and Prophecy at some point. So nothing is moving over there. Now, in terms of raids, well, we're losing the Leviathan, which saddens me because I love the Castellum. Forgetting like Catalyst and things done. So use the Castellum. I mean, trust me, I know people like using the Whisper mission. I like the Castellum. We're losing the Leviathan. We're losing Eater of Worlds. We're losing Spire of Stars, Scourge of the Past, and also Crown of Sorrows. What's staying is, well, they say Redacted. That's going to be the Deepstone Crypt, the new raid coming with Beyond Light. The Last Wish over on the Dreaming City, and Garden of Salvation in the Black Garden. They say anticipating players would want to grab the coveted raid rewards and triumphs before they enter the vault. This year's Moments of Triumph currently features the 5 raids being added to the DCV, with the reward lockouts removed, so that'll make grinding them extra well rewarding. Found some old footage of the good old Vault of Gloss from Destiny 1, and they say as content enters the DCV, we also plan to bring the Vault of Glass from Destiny 1 out of the DCV into Destiny 2 for the first time at some point during Year 4. However, we just don't have an actual date on it just yet. They also mentioned that the Trials of Osiris experience is not impacted by other content moving into the DCV this year. The Lighthouse will continue to be available to those who are able to complete a flawless passage. Let's talk about exotic quests now, and it looks like we're getting a kiosk of some sort where we'll be getting our exotics from, or the old exotics from the quest lines. I'll do some clarification later from some of the developers, but I'll be picking up my Teraba November 10th because I still have not gotten it from Crown of Sorrows. But anyway, they say here, as content enters the DCV, there will be some exotic quests that can obviously no longer be completed in their original forms. Those quests will be retired on November 10th, and incomplete progress will be abandoned. So they say if you want to acquire these exotics from their original quests, do so prior to the end of Season of Arrivals, and that's going to be the Sturm, Mida Multi-Tool, Crucible, Rat King, Legend of Acreus, Sleeper Simulant, Polaris Lance, World Line Zero, Ace of Spades, The Last Word, the Monarch, Jotun, Izanagi's Burden, Thorn, Lumina, Truth, and Bad Juju. So none of the exotics are going away. You'll still be able to infuse them up to power, no problem. However, there's going to be a new memorial kiosk situated over at the tower. They say we'll have some more information later this season on how the exotic archive works and how to earn any exotics that you don't get your hands on before year 4. However, some catalysts are going away and moving into the Destiny content vault. Bad Juju, the Huckleberry, Izanagi's Burden, Legend of Acreus, Polaris Lance, Skyburner's Oath, Sleeper Simulant, Telesto, Outbreak Perfected, Whisper of the Worm, and World Line Zero. I know I have a few on that list. Do you guys have a few on that list that either you need to get the catalyst or you need to complete it? Get it done, folks. So some final questions before we get into what the developers then clarified over on Reddit and Twitter and things like that. So when a destination goes into the vault, well, its PvE content's no longer available. So it's going to be story missions, cinematics, strikes, raids, dungeons. They talked about that above. Adventures, secret missions, vendors and associated bounties, destination-specific patrols, collectibles, and scannables, destination-specific activities like Mercury's Forge, Mars's escalation protocol, and freely roaming the destinations themselves, meaning lost sectors. What about the free-to-play stuff like the Red War, Curse of Osiris, the Warmind campaigns, things like that? They say we are building a new expanded Guardian origin story on the Cosmodrome that will launch alongside Year 4 and will be available to all Guardians to play. It is designed to introduce you to the world and mechanics of Destiny and prepare you to play the action MMO game we all enjoy. The Forsaken and Shadowkeep story campaigns will still be playable in Year 4 for owners of those expansions. The Whisper Quest and also 0 Hour, they are going into the vault, and Outbreak Perfected and the Whisper of the Worm, they say the exotic weapon rewards will not be acquirable until we find a new way to introduce them. So if you're keen to get them, make sure that you do that right now. However, more than likely, we'll just be able to pull them from this memorial kiosk and we'll basically get free quest exotics, I'm envisioning, because I'll give you a punchline right now. Glad tweeted this one out here where Cosmo did respond, and he was talking about Anarchy and Terabah. And he says, those will be on the memorial kiosk as well. They were just drops and didn't have a quest associated with them. So something like those two, Anarchy and Terabah, yeah, I'll be going right to the kiosk right away and get my Terabah. And I'm envisioning that Whisper and Outbreak Perfected and some of those other questline things, well, they're probably going to show up in the kiosk and probably be really expensive, or maybe they'll throw them into Xur's loot pool. I don't know. What do you think? Either way, they're going to be very expensive. The question also comes up, well, what about other seasonal Year 2 content? They say no. Year 2 seasonal content, including Forges, Reckoning, Menagerie, will be entering the Destiny content vault on November 10th. Be sure to experience that content and mark the final items on your collections and checklists before they are vaulted. Here's a cheat sheet of what to complete. 801's Black Armory and Season of the Forge quests, Gambit Prime, Reckoning, and Season of the Drifter quests, Benedict 66, Werner 99, Menagerie and Season of Opulence quests, Pinnacle and Pursuit weapon quests. Note, these weapons will receive an alternate acquisition method. More details to come later on this season. So if you didn't get your Mountaintop or your Recluse or anything like that, well, they'll have some sort of alternative method, and yes, they will be sunsetted, but they'll still be good for PvP. But I really hope you're not one of those Mountaintop users in PvP. You guys are annoying. Don't ditch your planetary materials from vaulted destinations that are going away. Cosmo responded, we've definitely got some more questions like this to answer about currencies and economy things. We'll be sure to share more before the end of the season. And he says, I'd obviously hang on to them for now with a smiley face. I'm predicting they're going to be involved in that evacuation quest or something, where we have to donate a whole bunch of them in the evacuation. I don't know. We'll see. What do you think? As of recording this part of the video, thank you Timesplitter01, who keeps sending me more and more stuff here. Some more clarifications. Here's one from Cosmo, again from Bungie, over on Reddit. Currently targeting having the catalyst available to earn again by Season 13 or Season 14. It definitely won't be as long a wait as the last time we had some sources of catalysts removed. And some more clarification from Cosmo. It looks like we will not be buying those exotic quest exotics. that's redundant right there, by just using an exotic cipher. Cosmo just says right there, it'll be incredibly disappointing if the raid exotics can just be purchased with an exotic cipher. Never said this, smiley face. We'll share more information on the kiosk in the future, so we'll have to see how it all pans out, guys. Wrapping up with regards to transmog, Cosmo says no new info on transmog for a while as it's ways out. We'll share more info when we can, because someone was asking regarding transmog when we'll be able to pull armor from collections, or do we need to have the actual armor piece in our inventory for transmog, so don't worry about that just yet. And also, he says yes, all universal ornaments will apply to year 4 armor. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you did stick to the end, and if you did, or even if you didn't, leave me a good old hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end, and do me a favor, drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, usually and always on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.